the former chair of the Michigan Republican Party has been ordered to get out.
Get the out of my house!
The Daily Beast reports that the preliminary injunction by Kent County Circuit Judge J. Joseph Rossi to have her vacate the position comes just weeks after the Republican National Committee booted Kristina Karamo from power in a 40 to 5 vote on January 6, while recognizing former U.S. Representative Pete Hoekstra as the state's rightful party chair. So this is the culmination of all this party infighting in Michigan, within the GOP, as of course Democrats in the states are racking up win after win after win, getting rid of things like right to work. This is what the Republican Party's been doing. So you have, Kristina Karamo claiming, I'm still the party chair. You can't get rid of me. I'm the rightful leader of the party. And a judge saying, not so fast, lady. Not so fast. Look, of course, in pure Republican form, she had rejected the results of the vote and continued to identify as the leader of the Republican Party. Because this is what they do now, okay? If they don't like the results of an election, they claim it's rigged, because that's what she did, and then disregards it, okay? However, in the real world, the law actually matters, and if it turns out if you're voted out of power by a majority, well, then what are you going to do? You got to go. It's a sad day for you. Don't let the door hit you, or the good Lord split you, all right? Now, in addition to preventing her from continuing to identify as its leader, the judge of this Michigan court also barred her access to its bank accounts and postal boxes, or to make any further attempts to try to cling onto power. Now, this decision is actually also backdated to January 6th, when the vote was held, essentially ending the leadership fight as well as my Friday night entertainment. I mean, or has it? Or has it? Because it turns out the fight might not be over. All right? Now, Saturday happens to be the Michigan GOP state convention. Now, Karamo had made an earlier threat to hold a rival convention at the same time. So now, instead of one GOP convention in Michigan, there will be two. Oh, please, make it happen. Follow through, Karamo. Please, let them fight. Let them duke it out. It's not like they haven't actually duked it out here in Michigan. Republicans literally fighting each other. Like, there's video of them, like, coming to blows, okay? So, the fights have been getting nasty, okay? And it's been nasty for a while. That said, Karamo responded to, according to the Detroit Free Press, by saying that she would comply with the order, okay? But then called it egregious and said that we're not going to let this one go. Quote, our delegates will not let this go. What are they going to do? Interesting. We're going to have to, sit tight, wait and see. Should be fun, I hope. Now, you might be asking, if you're not caught up with this, why did Kristina Karamo get voted out? I mean, she's an insane Republican. I thought that's what they want. Well, it turns out it wasn't so much her views that were a problem. It's the fact that she mismanaged the money. She racked up massive debts, massive losses, electorally. Once again, you have a trifecta. The Democrats that have taken over all the different branches of the state government. And so, yeah, that's a gigantic loss, okay? Even though there's still, the Democrats have a thin majority, it's still a majority, and they have been able to successfully use that to get a lot of good things done, which Republicans don't want to do good things. They want to do bad things, okay? So, that said, party members were pretty mad about this, these debts, of course, because that impacts different races across the state. If they don't have money, they can't do advertising, and they might, go on to lose more elections, lose even more seats possibly. And so, disaster, right? There was also, funny enough, one of Karamo's plans to raise money was actually to try to sue the trust of a building Republicans used as their headquarters, okay, to sue it, to gain ownership of the building so they could sell it to pay off debts. I mean, okay, that's crazy. Obviously, didn't work. Okay, they still have those debts. They were not able to, so far, get custody of that building because it wasn't their building. It's owned by a trust. And so, I mean, disaster, right? She then also framed criticism of her management style as a conspiracy against her, because of course she did. Okay, so that's Kristina Karamo's leadership stint in the GOP, and no wonder she got booted. Now, Karamo, as I mentioned, she's an election denier. She's a QAnon conspiracy theorist, so none of this should be a surprise to anybody. But yeah, Republicans are like, "Oh my God, how could she do this?" Now, that said, both her and Hoekstra love Donald Trump. Okay. Now, funny enough, Trump wants nothing to do with Karamo and is backing Hoekstra. I could probably, though, give you two guesses as to why. Okay? Take a good look at Karamo, and it's probably why. But even if that's not the case, at the end of the day, nobody likes a loser, especially Donald Trump, especially someone who is a sore loser.